Welcome to the It Factor. We're Jemmy and I, exploring a new blog post by Mr. Len Kaplan, CEO of CDML, a managed service provider in Queens, NY, offering network management, voice over IP, unified communications as a service, cybersecurity, compliance, infrastructure as a service, cloud solutions, and Microsoft 365 and Azure solutions. If you're a small business owner or manage IT for a growing organization, this episode is for you.
Yeah, and today we are jumping into a really specific deep dive based on Len's latest article. It's called AI Tips and Tricks, Real-Time Translation and Accessibility with Live Captions in Windows 11.
Right. And our mission today is to really unpack this, hidden AI tool. It's something most small businesses actually already have sitting right there on their computer.
Exactly, just totally ignoring it.
Yeah, completely ignoring it. But it's this incredibly powerful thing that can just instantly wipe out communication errors and language barriers.
It's wild because when you hear the word captions, I mean, you probably just think of, turning on the subtitles for a movie on Netflix, right?
Yeah, right. Or hitting that little CC button on a YouTube video. We've had that forever. So why is this Windows 11 live captions thing any different? Isn't it just recycled tech?
Well, no, because the big difference is how it actually gets generated. Right. With traditional captions, the kind on social media, you're totally dependent on the platform or the person who made the video.
They actually had to type it out and upload it.
Yeah, exactly. A human or some cloud server had to process the audio, make a transcript, sync it up, and embed it. And if they didn't do that, you're just out of luck. The captions don't exist.
Oh, wow. So you're basically at the mercy of whatever app you're using. If the app doesn't have a caption button, you get nothing.
Right. But Windows 11 Live Captions, it just completely removes the app from the equation. It works at the operating system level.
Wait, what does that mean exactly? Practically for me as a user.
So before the sound even hits your computer speakers or your headphones, Windows basically intercepts that audio stream. It analyzes it locally and throws the text up on your screen in real time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like having a personal universal translator just sitting next to you.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Because I was thinking, if a vendor sends me a raw, uncaptioned training video just an MP4 file or something, I don't have to hunt for a transcript.
Yeah.
Windows just handles it locally.
Windows handles it completely. It doesn't matter if you're on a Zoom call, Microsoft Teams, listening to an unedited podcast, or just playing a random voice memo. If your computer can play the sound, Windows can caption it.
That's huge.
And it's not just basic transcription anymore. The newer AI enhancements can actually listen to someone speaking a different language and translate it into English text right on your screen in real time.
Okay, but let me play devil's advocate for a second.
Yeah.
If I run a small business, and I can hear my meetings just fine, is this really necessary for my team? Why not just use Google Translate on my phone if someone speaks another language?
Well, think about the cognitive friction there. If you're holding up your phone, you have to break eye contact, you're fiddling with the device.
Oh, true. It's super awkward.
Super awkward. It completely ruins the flow of the conversation. With live captions, the text just floats near your webcam, so you maintain that virtual eye contact.
Yeah, that makes sense. Plus, if you're holding up your phone in a confidential meeting, aren't you just beaming your private conversations out to some random cloud server?
Exactly. And that is a massive privacy risk. With Windows doing it locally, the audio never leaves your physical machine. There's no server delay, no third-party cloud. Your proprietary data stays safe.
Right. And honestly, it's not even just about language translation. Think about just normal, everyday, hybrid work. How often do you have employees dialing in from a loud coffee shop?
Oh, all the time. Or an airport where there's just so much background noise.
Yeah. And the audio is all compressed and garbled. You're straining so hard just to hear the words that you totally miss the actual point in the meeting.
Right. The cognitive load is just too high. When someone has a heavy accent or the Wi-Fi is spotty, important details just slip through the cracks. It causes massive errors.
Definitely. Hey, real quick, if you're listening to this right now and you've ever been completely lost during a noisy hybrid meeting, maybe you just smiled and nodded because you were too embarrassed to ask them to repeat themselves. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for us.
We have definitely all been there.
Seriously, it's the worst feeling. But having that instant subtitle safety net would be a total game changer. Plus, Len's article mentioned something about compliance, right?
Yeah, the accessibility compliance aspect is huge. If your organization serves school districts, local municipalities, or diverse communities, making your content accessible isn't just nice, it's legally required.
Right, like ADA compliance.
Exactly. And doing that used to mean paying for expensive third-party software or hiring live captioners. Now it's just baked right into your operating system.
Okay, so I'm sold.
Yeah.
If I'm a listener and I want this right now, how do I actually set it up? Is it a whole IT ticket process?
Not at all. It takes like less than a minute. You just press the Windows key, plus the Control key, plus the letter L.
Wait, just Windows Control L.
That's it. Or you can just go to your system settings, click accessibility, and hit captions. A little window pops up, and you can drag it anywhere on your screen.
Oh, wow. That is incredibly easy. But I know there was a catch mentioned in the article about the really advanced AI stuff.
Yeah, so there is a hardware requirement for the heavy lifting. The basic English captions work on most Windows 11 systems, but if you want that real-time translation and the advanced local AI processing, you need what's called a Copilot PC.
Wait, so is a Copilot plus PC just a software update, or do I actually need to buy new computers for my staff?
You'd actually need new hardware. It's completely different architecture. Copilot PCs have this thing called an NPU, or neural processing unit, built right in.
Okay, an NPU. What does that actually do that my normal laptop processor can't?
Well, a traditional CPU is great at doing tasks sequentially, one after the other. But running an AI translation model requires doing millions of math equations simultaneously.
Right, so if my regular CPU tries to do that,
It just bottlenecks everything. Your battery will die in 30 minutes, your laptop will overheat, and your video call will probably crash. The NPU handles all that AI matrix math locally and quietly, so your regular processor can just focus on running your apps.
got it. So this is like a really vital consideration for any upcoming IT budgeting. If you're buying laptops right now and you don't look for an NPU, you're locking yourself out of these tools for the next few years.
Exactly. Microsoft is shifting the whole ecosystem. AI is being embedded directly into the operating system, so it just works in the background. If you don't have the hardware, you get left behind.
Man, keeping up with these tech changes is tough.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is exactly why you guys should remember that new blog posts from CDML are published every Tuesday and Thursday. It's the best way to stay on top of this stuff.
Definitely. But, knowing the shortcut is one thing. The real challenge is organizational strategy.
Right, because I can buy the fancy new Copilot Plus PCs, but if nobody knows how to use them, it's just a waste of money.
Exactly. Anyone can press Windows Control L. But strategic adoption across an entire organization is where you actually see the return on investment. That's where Len Kaplan's team at CDML comes in.
So what do they actually do? Like, do they just tell you what to buy?
It's way more comprehensive than that. They help businesses evaluate their current hardware to see if it even supports these AI features. Then, they help plan seamless, budget-friendly upgrades to Copilot PCs if needed.
Oh, so you aren't just blindly replacing everything at once.
Right. And beyond the hardware, CDML integrates these tools into your actual daily workflows. They train your staff on how to use them effectively during vendor calls, ensure all your accessibility requirements are formally met, and align the tech with your operational goals.
So it's not just about turning on a cool setting. It's about making sure your whole team is actually using it to stop leaving productivity on the table.
Precisely. They make it a core part of how your business communicates.
That is incredibly valuable. So if you're listening and you want to get ahead of this curve, definitely visit cdml.ia. You can subscribe to the blog right there and contact CDML for help evaluating your current AI readiness.
Yeah, you really don't want to make a huge hardware purchase without getting an expert audit first.
Totally. And before we wrap up, I actually have a final thought for everyone to mull over, just kind of a provocative idea.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
Imagine a near future where language barriers in global small business operations simply cease to exist. Because our operating systems translate everything perfectly in real time.
Yeah, that's wild to think about.
Right. Well, what new international markets or massive global talent pools could your small business suddenly tap into if you never had to worry about language friction ever again? The doors it opens are just staggering.
It really changes the entire landscape of who you can hire and who you can sell to.
Exactly. Lots to think about. We're Jimmy and Nye. Thanks for listening. Till next time.